to the first session of our netball lockdown sessions. Today we're going to be focusing on our ball handling skills and also our footwork. What you're going to need is a feeder and also a ball. Make sure you've done about a 10-minute active warm-up to get yourselves nice and ready for the activity. Start off by doing 50 chest passes. Make sure you're transferring your weight forwards and that you've got your elbows tucked in. So we want 50 quick chest passes. Make sure the ball's going chest height and we're transferring that weight all the way. 50 chest passes, we're going to move on to the shoulder pass. Do 25 on your more dominant hand and 25 on your less dominant hand. You want to be a bit further back from the wall this time. Again, we're transferring that weight forward and making sure that our arm finishes in the direction we want the ball to go. So a bit further back from the wall, we're aiming for a bit higher now. We're just going to do it as hard as we can. Looking more closely now at the control of the ball. Stand nice and close to the wall, starting on your strongest hand. We're just going to do little taps using our fingertips to push the ball against the wall. Notice we're not catching it, just simply letting it land on our fingertips and pushing it back. Once you feel more comfortable, you can start to speed up a little bit more and change the direction. You can also move it onto your left hand, and then you can start to do alternate. So throwing with your right, catching with your left, and doing the same again. Now we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to incorporate our core a little bit and balance on one leg. So exactly the same, nice and close to the wall, but we're now on one leg, just tapping that ball, using our fingertips, speeding it up as much as we can, so it's nice and quick. And then alternate onto the other leg and the other hand. I'm going to look more closely at our footwork. So obviously in netball we want to be nice and agile, nice and light on our balls of our feet all the time, so we're quick and ready to react. What I've set up here is my hurdles. So I've used some logs. You can use some tins of beans, you can use some cones, you can use anything in the garden that's going to create a hurdle for you to try and get over. So make sure you've got a layup similar to this with equal nice simple high knees over your hurdles. We're going to do this for about 45 seconds or 30 seconds if you prefer, and then 15 seconds rest, and carry on repeating it. So we want to work at a nice high intensity. Remember, we want to be on the balls of our feet and driving our arms. So make sure you start at your hurdles, and then you're going to work for about 45 seconds, just high knees over. Make sure you're always looking up where you want to go. Drag round and go again. The high knees all the way up. Next we're going to look at two-footed jumps over the hurdles, again on the balls of our feet, working for about 45 seconds, jogging round and repeating. So starting at the start, quick two-footed jumps over the hurdles. Try and get your feet as high as you can off the ground. Imagine that you're going for that rebound. Now we're going to work on one-footed jumps, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Make sure you alternate between your left and your right so you're not just working one leg. Using our arms to propel us over the hurdles, we're just going one-footed jumps all the way over, and switching legs all the way back. Activity now, working on those quick feet and working on our reactions. And when you get to your hurdle, you're going to quickly shuffle to both sides and then two-footed jump over as quick as you can. So you're nice and light on your toes, head up, shuffle to the side, all the way back to the other side, back into the middle, and then two-footed jump. So from the beginning, shuffle from the side. The next activity, you're going to need a feeder. So this means that when you're doing the activity, you need to have your head up at all times because the feeder could throw the ball to you at any time. So make sure you've got a partner to feed the ball. We're going to do exactly the same with our hurdles. High knees over, and now you need a partner at the end of your hurdles. So my partner's going to come in. Then going to do some nice high knees with our head up as quick as we can. We're going to get to the end, receive chest pass, and go again. Quick as we can, high ball over, and so on. That ball with our feeder is going to be unpredictable, so we don't know where they're going to pass. Same again, you need your feeder. This time you can do your two-footed jumps, your one-footed jumps, your side shuffles, or your high knees. That feeder wants to throw the ball at any time, not necessarily at the end, and this means that your head is always up, as we've just mentioned, and you're ready to react. Nice and quick on the ball. to be working on our agility and quick reactions. So we're going to do the drill anywheres. You need a feeder and you need a netball. The feeder is going to drop the ball in any direction, so left, right, up and down, and your job as the worker is to try and get to the ball as quick as you can and give a nice strong chest pass back. Work for around a minute, have a rest, and then repeat, okay? So my feeder's going to come in, going to be nice and light on our toes, ready to react. Up high, down low, as quick as you can. Next activity now, we're still working on our agility and our reaction time. You now need to set up a square with 4 corners. Try and use something bright so you know what you're working towards. You're going to stand in the middle of your square, and as light as you can and as quick as you can on your feet, you're going to sprint to each corner and back into the middle. So it should be nice and light, head up, you sprint into a corner, back into the middle, sprint into the next corner, back into the middle, and so on. Notice that my head is always up. I'm not looking down where I'm going. I'm always looking up and I'm not turning my back, so I can always see the ball and I can always see my opponent. To move that on, you're then going to bring in a feeder. You're going to do exactly the same going to those corners, but now the feeder is going to throw in a ball which is going to be a bit more unpredictable, and you're going to have to react. Go into the corner, back into the middle, back to the corner, into the middle, and so on. Work for around a minute, then have a break. Hopefully you can engage in some of those activities and get a little bit of netball training done. Should take you around 20 minutes to half an hour, but you can make any of the exercises easier or harder to do what you want to do. Good luck.